the biggest part is a team, because it would be terrible if I was trying to do this by myself. I could maybe do a tenth of it. But okay, so with your hard money lending company, it was way easier than it sounds, right? So we have millions and millions and millions and maybe even hundreds of millions right now that we can lend to people if they're doing a fix and flip. And we can do it in a lot of states. And like, that's not in my bank account, you know? So I had to think and adapt and offer solutions to bigger companies that have hundreds of millions of liquid capital, and just say, like, you know, how can I help you guys put this money to use? And then I had to negotiate, well, let's do it a line of credit, and I only pay you interest when I borrow. And so, you know, they guaranteed that they'd always have hundreds of millions, and I guaranteed that I would, you know, do my best to look at the deal, and underwrite the deal, walk it myself, give them, you know, all the details that they need. So if they ever put, you know, 500 grand into a house here in Denver to be fix and flipped, that their money will be safe and protected, that the other person have skin in the game. So it was just kind of like, what do I want? How much money do I want to have? Who do I need to talk to? And how can I offer a solution so that it could be a win-win? So it's like that with every company, right? Like, I don't even have a real estate license, but ever since I got into real estate, I knew I was going to own a brokerage. I had a feeling I was going to own a brokerage. It was going to be big. It would be national. And I wondered, like, if I don't want to do the work of getting a real estate license, how could I ever become a managing broker? How could I ever do that? And so we reverse engineered it and said, who can we offer an opportunity to that's willing to be ahead of a giant, you know, real estate brokerage? And right now, today, we only have like 2 reps, right? And they own the part of the company, but at the same time, I guarantee if somebody's listening to this in 15 years, in 2030 or whatever, like, Blue Spruce will be around the entire nation, right? But
awesome.
I mean, we're reverse engineering that by saying, what do I not have? Who do I need to talk to? And how can I offer them something that it gives them enough of an incentive to say, yeah, let's do this together. So, I mean, we could go on, but
yeah, no,
I love you talking about your brokerage, because I am also a realtor. So just you looking into the future and seeing that Blue Spruce is going to be nationwide, it's going to be international. That's amazing to me. That's such awesome goal setting.
Yeah, if you have your mind made up, it's already done, right? So,
it is
right. Yeah. And so let's take this one step further. You have these businesses. Did you start them all at the same time, or start with one? And if you started with one, at what point do you decide that you're ready to start the next?
All right. Do what I say, not what I do.
Fair.
I started them all about the same time.
Okay.
And, you know, we've been growing pretty good. I've had to pull a lot of resources out of Blue Spruce Creative Home Solutions. So we are running a podcast, and we do have a few different meetup groups that meet weekly. So those things are going, and we just sold our last 3 fix and flips this last 2 months. And so we have some money in the bank finally, but that company doesn't do a whole lot. Like, we don't have a lot of resources to it, but we are keeping the word out by having a podcast that teaches creative real estate solutions, and by having meetup groups that are free, that mostly right now are in Denver. One might be starting in Ohio pretty soon, Northeast Ohio. But that's kind of what's going on in that company. But we've put all of our resources to the holdings company to buy apartment buildings. Because we tried to do it with one person. Then we were like, okay, 2 people. All right, 3 people. And you guys do this too. And for anybody, do it with, we just picked up our 9th full-time person, and like, I still feel like everyone in the office is too busy. So I would not say start them all at the same time. I would rather
Yeah.
I'd rather do anything else. Start one, get it going, make it successful, and then start the next one. But yeah, I'm just kind of massaging all of the companies as well as I can to keep them growing and keep our name out in front of people. And I know that they'll all be like changing in like 5 years. But yeah, I don't sleep very much, so
We feel you.
I wouldn't
You
recommend
could be
it.
sleeping